So I'm scrolling Reddit this morning, like I usually do in the morning, and I come across this post in When Women Refuse. All right, so it's titled, "In Bangladesh, to protest women's rights reforms, men are hanging effigies of women and beating them with sandals." I sat here and watched this video. The anger that these men have just against this effigy in proxy to a woman shows the anger and hatred that they have towards women in general. And if women are protesting to get some rights and it's making these men this upset, please know and understand where they put women in general. So Reddit can really open your eyes to how people are living, especially since people post things that are going on globally or just things outside of your normal scope or your normal news cycle. So this woman down here, the OP, says they definitely beat their wives. I feel so badly for those women. So let's look at some of these comments. And like Striking Maximum says, marital rape was not banned nationwide in the United States until 1993. So that's the thing. Many men here in America are working to continuously chip away at all of the rights that women got here. And so these people, they're like, nah, we don't even want women to get any of these rights at all. We're going to stop this right now. We're going to show people who's boss right now. Medusa's mom says, people are surprised when I mention how common it is in the U.S. for men to believe it is not rape if it's their wives. For them, these women consented by marrying them. My in-law, that's an ARNP, thinks I lie about her male family member because I'm a bitter, scornful woman. I'm going to come back to whatever ARNP is. It's not just men that think it's okay for this to occur between spouses and boyfriend-girlfriends. We are second-class citizens. This administration wants to send us back to the home and to stay silent without voting rights. Over my dead body. And ARNP stands for Advanced Registered Nurse Practitioner. When people put these acronyms, I really wish that they would spell it out, because I think I would have gotten nurse practitioner, but I didn't know advanced registered. So I'm just putting that out there. What is ARNP? I went and found an article because of that Reddit post. Bangladeshi Islamists protest women's rights proposal. Thousands of supporters of an Islamist group turned out on the streets of Dhaka to oppose a plan to enshrine equal rights for women. The protesters claim the proposal would violate religious laws. Look at this picture. Look at how many men are there, how many angry men are there thinking that it's like this is against the law for women to have equal rights. An influential Islamist group's rally drew thousands to the streets of Bangladeshi capital Dhaka on Saturday. As many as 20,000 people turned out to show support for the Hifazat-e-Islam group that laid out a list of demands for the Bangladesh interim government. They opposed government proposals that include equal inheritance rights for women, a ban on polygamy, and a recognition of ex-workers as laborers. Mamanal Haq, a leader of Hifazat-e-Islam, claims some of the recommendations proposed by the interim government hurt the sentiments of the majority of the people of this country, labeling religious laws of inheritance as a main cause of inequality between men and women. Some supporters on Saturday carried banners and placards reading, "Say no to Western laws on our women, rise up Bangladesh," near Dhaka University. The group also threatened to organize nationwide rallies on May 23rd if the interim government didn't meet its demands. Look at all of those men. Wow. Islamist parties on the rise. Islamist parties have increased their visibility since the ouster of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's last year, after mass protests forced her to resign. An interim government led by Nobel Peace Laureate Muhammad Yunus then took the helm, backed by the influential army. Hifazat-e-Islam is one party that also calls for the Awami League, the party of the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, to be banned. While this is shocking, we can't get too comfortable here in the United States. It didn't used to be a crime to beat your wife or rape your wife. Feminists had to fight for those rights to actually have some protections for women and children. But we have a government that is steadily trying to chip away at women's rights. Yes, these other countries are looking to bring some equality to women, but we can't rest on our laurels. And any other country that does still have women's rights, you can't rest on your laurels either, because these men in charge are angry at the nerve of women to want some equality and to be free from violence. And they're going to continue to try to strip women of their agency, strip women of their autonomy, because they want to be able to oppress women. So don't rest on your laurels thinking that this can't happen to us again, because we are watching in real time a government that is not even that they're trying to strip our rights. They're working to strip our rights right now. So this is shocking. Watching them beat these effigies with sandals because they are mad that women want some equal rights is shocking. But that is literally what our government wants to take us back to. Anyways, let me know what you think. Join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. I came across this post in the Dating Over 40 subreddit, and I want women to really step back and think to yourself, this is not better than being single. This is not better than being single. Please say that 7 to 15 times a day if you can't remember me saying that. This is not better than being single. Okay, she says, he is still married, in debt, and wants it all. That's the title. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, so she's 41, he's 52. She says, hi, everyone. I've been seeing this man, this 52-year-old, for over 2 years. For most of that time, till December of 2024, we had more of a physical connection. We'd meet once a week, and while it wasn't serious at first, it slowly became something deeper. After December 2024, everything shifted. He started saying, I love you, and I opened up too. It started to feel real. I thought we were finally stepping into an actual relationship. Then in January 2025, I found out he was still married. That's 1 month. That's 1 month worth of feelings. Please stop this. You're 41 years old. Please stop this. Okay, let me continue. He didn't tell me. I found out by accident. I had asked him several times before if he was divorced, and he always said yes. But in January, something he said didn't add up. And when I asked more questions, the truth came out. Only then did he admit they're still legally married. They've been separated for 3 years now. He moved to California from Michigan, where his wife and kids still live. He says he's planning to file for divorce sometime this summer. So she's finding out that this man is an absolute liar and left his kids across the country. Okay, cool. Let's continue. There's more. He has about $200,000 in debt, maybe even more. Nothing has been divided yet. No alimony, no legal closure. He's financially supporting his entire household back in Michigan, including 3 kids, 13, 18, 21, 2 of whom struggle with mental illness, depression, and bipolar, and his wife, who has bipolar disorder and possibly a brain tumor. He says he can handle it, and he never asked me for help. But the emotional weight of it all is landing on me. I love him deeply, but I'm scared. Babes, we're only in the beginning of May. How do you love a man this deeply, this early on? Like, deeply? You started to develop feelings in December of 2024. That was just like a couple of months ago. I have no debt. I own my own place. I'm raising 2 young kids on my own. They're 7 and 9. I'm not rich, but I am more stable, and peace matters to me. I can't see how I could ever take on the chaos he's carrying, yet my heart doesn't want to let go either. He says he'll accept whatever I decide. I mentioned I will not share one roof anytime soon, as long as he's still in my life. But I'm confused, sad, and heartbroken. How do I move forward? Can love survive all of this? Has anyone been in something like this and came out whole? Additions. Thank you for inputs. Very valuable. I needed to see it from other perspectives as things unfold day by day. Unfolding lately, it's time to look for my peace. Okay. You're not in love with this man. You're in love with a liar who put forward this representation of something Now that you see that he's a liar, please start to unravel whatever limerence you were in, whatever infatuation you were feeling, because it's not love. He did not give you the full picture for you to decide, fully. Is this something that you want to be in? He is a liar. This is not good. This, like, literally, like, some people are so hell bent to be in a relationship that they will accept anything. And I'm going to say it again. Being single is better than being in all of this. Please take that to heart. Say that 36 to 52 times a day if you have to. Yes, being in a relationship that is mutually supportive is great, but being in a relationship with a liar, like, literally, I would rather screw a cactus with alcohol lube. Like, stop this. Some of the comments. None of this matters says the fact that he lied about being married still would be a deal breaker for me. Sad Girl says exactly, like, holy crap, this dude lied to you for how long? And his life is utter chaos? Yeah, no. Lala says being estranged and moving across the country from his children is also a deal breaker for me. So is the crippling debt. Like, what are we even talking about? Add a girl and says, and she has a brain tumor? That's awful. Coco Pillay hones in on, it started to feel real and I love him deeply, saying, I'm sorry, but you do not love him deeply. You love a concept on him based on a character he created in order to lie to you. Then this person hones in on, he says he'll accept whatever I decide as long as he's still in my life, saying, about that. Someone saying, I'll accept whatever you decide unless you decide something that I don't like is not accept whatever you decide. Besides, it doesn't matter if he accepts it or not. Stop messing with liars. Just once people start waving those red flags, once you out a liar, please leave them alone. Hattie the Mad says covert coercion. Particular Pie says he moved across the country and left 2 kids who are struggling with mental health with his wife, who is struggling with mental health and a brain tumor. That doesn't make sense, my love. Blink and Miss Out says there's a way it makes sense, but unfortunately it doesn't square with him being a good man. That's true. That's why Hilda Crane says this guy is terrible. Explorer 1960 says, lots of divorces happen because someone simply can't live with their ex-spouse's mental health issues anymore. Kids are a different matter. Regardless, this man's a liar. Please leave liars alone. Walk away when they show those red flags. Just walk away. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Remember to say at least 72 to 87 times a day, being single is better than all of this. Join the conversation, like, comment, and share. This 23-year-old man posted in Guy Cry. He posted a video, and the video is him living in absolute squalor, talking about how he has no food, he has no money, but he's showing how he's living, and it's absolutely gross. All right, the title, he says, can someone explain to me what I'm supposed to do? I have no food and no ability to cook anything. No jobs want me. I don't have a car or the income to go anywhere. I've basically been in prison for the past 5 years. Nobody wants anything to do with me. And then at the bottom, he says, people were complaining about COVID quarantine. Meanwhile, I've been locked in this house for years. I have nothing to eat and nobody to talk to and nobody that gives an F about anything other than humiliating and literally forcing me into death for no reason. Nobody wants anything to do with me. His house, he's literally living in squalor. And then he's saying that nobody gives an F about anything other than humiliating and literally forcing me into death for no reason. Why? Why does he feel like people are forcing? Who's forcing you to live like this? You're 23 years old. Why is it that you can't clean yourself up, and then go get a job like you're supposed to do? Like, these people who really think that things are going to be handed to them, you know what? Men come on social media every single day to talk about women and how getting our education is just useless and how these boss babes are just out here ruining things and, makeups and weaves and lashes and all that. When they need to be talking to men, they need to be talking to teenage boys. They need to be talking to 8-year-old boys. They need to talk to these 5-year-old boys about reading and stuff and keeping your areas clean and keeping your body clean, because when they get to this point and they get to the point where nobody wants anything to do with me type of self-defeatism, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be around anybody that's like this. This is his floor, y'all. This is his floor, and that's his foot. That doesn't look like a particularly healthy foot right there, but he has trash all on his floor. And this is the refrigerator. He's talking about nobody wants to have anything to do with him, but does he want anything to do with himself? I don't know. So here's the guy, and he's obviously going through some things. This is the type of guy that will get on social media or get on a dating app and look to burrow in your couch. This is the type of person that will be looking to move into your own space. I don't know if he can mask, love bombing, or he can mask like actually liking a woman long enough to get into her space. But please know and understand, there is a reason why they are failing and flailing. They are failing and flailing because women are not like running in to save them anymore. Y'all, you have got to look behind the curtain. They are not doing that well. As more women are seeking to further their education, get themselves together as far as their careers go, and then push marriage and children out a little bit until they're older and foundationally set. That makes people like this fail and flail and crash out because they don't have a woman to attach to suck her life force. So please be aware of what is going on, so that once you see somebody and how they're living, you can run far away. Like I just did that Reddit post like yesterday or the day before where a woman was talking about this man was basically living in some kind of closet. It looked like a storage closet. Because a lot of times they are looking for a woman to swoop in and come clean it up. Absolutely not. We're going to say it again. Being single is better than dealing with this. You're going to say this 63 to 77 times a day. Being single is better than dealing with this. Now, some men did jump into the comments and like, dude, clean it up. Material Web says, bro, clean this. Like seriously, just take 3 to 4 hours and just clean your place. That'll help your mental feel more grounded. Then try lists. Make 60 to 90 day goals. And then El Mochiano says, for the list, it sounds and feels dumb at first, but then make things on the list really easy to check off. 1, grab a note paper and pen and start making a list. Check, done. 2, find cleaning supplies. 3, clean countertop to the right of the sink. 4, clean countertop to the left of the sink. Finish making the list. All right, so they're really trying to help this young man. Finish making the list for the countertops. Check, done. At first, you will feel this is stupid. I didn't really do much. This is a checklist for babies. But then you get some momentum. You start doing bigger tasks. You're doing more and more stuff off. And you remind yourself you can do big things one little thing at a time. You will probably overdo it a bit the first few days. You've earned a small rest, but do something fun instead of sleeping or doing something sedentary. That way you can keep the momentum of doing. For your health, even though you don't feel it and can't believe it, there are people that care about you. Depression has a really nasty way of taking anything positive in your life and covering it in lies. Before you go to bed, out loud, say 3 things that you are thankful for today. Again, with that first one, you're going to say to yourself, this is stupid. There is nothing good in my life, but at least I'm not dead. Hey, that's one. You'll have to think really hard for the second and third one, but by the time you get there, it will probably be something genuine. Okay, so here's the young man saying, I will thank you. I'm a little overwhelmed by the amount of support, and I genuinely appreciate all of you. Material Web says, you got this, bro. First step is believing in yourself. Like I said in another comment, if you need to talk or want some pointers, I'm not a pro. Let me know. My brother has been in a similar position. And then Roro says, dude, you're going to make your life better starting today. You have the power. It starts with you. We're here for you. But if you get down and need to chat, DM me. So these men are gathering around him or whatnot. But he is going to have to start with cleaning up his space, making sure his hygiene is on point, and getting a job. Because in another post from a couple of weeks ago, he says, also, no unemployment benefits. I get food stamps and that's it. Was fired from Walmart because of point system, and they never provided any documentation to the unemployment office saying I quit, but still got approved, then denied. So this dude has a whole lot going on. And I'm talking to the ladies when I say, no projects, no projects. These people will need, and it's going to be multiple. It's going to be a lot of them. They are crashing out, and they will continue to crash out. More and more women are going straight to college. We are outnumbering them. Focus on yourself. Let these people hold their own nuts, and then let the other ones, the older ones, come in and swoop in and help the younger ones out. This is not your project. Focus on yourself. Focus on your little sisters. Focus on your little cousin. Focus on your auntie that might be struggling. Focus on your mama that might be struggling. But do not, no, don't let them into your place, because they will start to tap into your resources and suck the life force out of you while you go to work. And then they will have your house looking like this because they don't give a damn. If he could live like this in his space, he could definitely go to your space and look exactly like that. All right, y'all. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.
So I know someone who was converted to gay by a homosexual fart. The question is, does it keep you up at night knowing that a perfectly timed gay fart amounts to gay propaganda? My cousin walked past a gay man who farted and then became gay. It's a tale as old as time. The guy next to him was opening and closing his hole in close proximity, and it made my cousin realize, like, wow, maybe I really would like to be a part of an institution like this. You know, homosexuality. So would you say that the gay man who farted near him was engaged in some kind of conversion therapy? Or is this all just another right-wing conspiracy?
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this to Aaron.
I went through conversion therapy IRL, and I have no idea what the f you're talking about.
Next question.
There's more.
Does it ever keep you up at night?
What's with this, like, keep you up at night?
Knowing that you'll never be the best at what you do. It's just a question.
You know what else is just a question, Caroline? You are horrible at your job, okay?
Aaron,
And you...
I think we need to relax. I think what Aaron is meaning to say is, you absolutely and no one will love you or ever think of you as talent ever in your life. So give it up.
That wasn't a question.
Oh my God!